where it goes down. I just happen to come up hard. Legal or illegal, baby, I never took a straight path nowhere. Life's full of twists and turns, bumps and bruises. I live, I learn. I'm from that city full of yellow cabs and skyscrapers. It's hard to get a start in these parts without paper. Homie, I grew up in hell, a block away from heaven. That corner 15 minutes and move a 7.
Shout out my man Tony Dixon, man. The biggest in the game, man. Don't get it confused. Nobody like us. The big show. Tone Sunshine, what's good, baby?
That 007, that 62 on my count. I'm an undercover liar. I lie under the covers. Look a bitch in the eyes and tell her, baby, I love it. You're my inspiration.
The biggest.
You're my motivation.
Often imitated. Never duplicated. The poorest part. What's good, y'all? Nobody like this. The big show, yo, J Majors was good.
A hard knock, shots pop, bodies drop, graveyard, pick a block, cause niggas want your spots. I'm trying to stack shit, then I go legit. Hollow tips, stuff them in the clip, case niggas trip. My cocaine and Devin against the odds. All I got is my word balls and my instinct. I'm trying to make it. We already made it, my friends think. We already
play.
No more controlled substances or hand-to-hand. White collar visions, game-changing mission. Big risk, big wins, equal bigger living. Perfect position, watch me transition. From caterpillar to butterfly in the sky. Rich town. I just come from the poorest part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. Yeah, I just happen to come up hard. Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it.
You pull it off. Yo, what's good? What's good? What you checking if I'm frozen?
No.
Well, it looks frozen?
No, we want to make sure we can hear you because the phone is on the
How about those Knicks, they said? Hey, yo, check this out. Call Rich Player, tell him to call Tone Dixon because he got Tony Braxton. She want to get on the FaceTime, but I can't really do that right now. But I love Tony Braxton. Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? Always consistent. Consistency is key. Yeah, Tone said we sound great, man. You know. So we up here. We supposed to have an enormous guest. I mean, an enormous guest. And go out there and call Eve. We supposed to have an enormous guest on this motherfucker. And let me tell you something, man. This shit right here, we do it for the people, man. We influence the people. We bring the light. And it just can't be stopped. It's over a year, 3 months. It can't be stopped. So, you know, Puzzle Life, what's good? Walking Place. And so, big Bronx week this week, too. Shout out to Sal Abatello, Kid Capri, and Konzo, the first photographer of hip-hop. And so, we been coming on here bringing that heat. I mean, everybody go on there live. They do what they do. I mean, we got love for them, but they just ain't coming like that. Shout out to Gumbo, the one and only Lou Kabrowski, man. You made me cry today, Lou. Lou, you made me cry today, Lou. So I'm here. You hear Efa?
Yeah, but he didn't pick up, so I'm hitting him on a text.
It's okay, yo. I try to give you a sensational show today. It will go down. A sensational show today. That white van talk. Well, all I can say about the white van is I'm a reformed guy. And so I try, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I see the OGs The smartest OGs, shout out to my homie Vaughn Zip, Harlem. You know, they used to, you know, when we get older, we got to mentor people and talk positivity and all. I can't be young forever. I can't be one of them white van dudes. But plenty white van stories, man. You know, I seen this guy. Damn, y'all want me to run down? Hold up, I'm trying. If y'all really want my guess, y'all really want my guess, man. Yeah, let's see if he's here yet, man. Nah, he ain't here yet. And so, I'll tell you a story, man. I don't know if I told you this story before. Okay, fuck it. So I go one time. I'm like 14, 15 years old. I'm dominating the streets on my age group. I was at Morris High School. Morris High School in the Bronx. I ran the show. Terror Squad was too legendary. Anybody who went to school with me, they know what happened. It was a bad, you know, we went dark. That was the birth of Joey Crack. So I remember, that was the birth of Joey Crack. So I remember we had a school on the other side of my projects called Jane Addams. I don't know if I said this story before. If I said it, then stop me. Because everybody do you want white van talk or no? Put the white vans on there if you want that white van talk, because you taking me off my shit right now. Keep hitting, Keith, you out?
5 minutos.
All right, you taking me off my shit. And so I'm only 14, 15. You couldn't tell me shit. I went to Morris High School. If you was least likely to succeed, you went to this high school. This is the last stop before Rikers Island. I'm sure it's a great school now. When I went there, it was the worst time. Everybody. Now, it's unique school because every piece of shit came to this school. And
thank you.
Usually when you, yeah, Mayor, congratulations. Usually, Boy George went to Morris High School. So usually, when you go to high school, you go around your neighborhood. This was the high school that if you fucked up in every neighborhood, this was the last stop. So you got Jamaicans, you got Dominicans, you got the South Bronx, you got the West Bronx, you got everybody. It's before social media and everything. And so basically, if you turned up in this school, it was equivalent to you going viral in the whole Bronx. And so they ain't never quite see a guy like me. I know I'm going back, but like they ain't quite. And the main thing about it was the birth of Joey Crack. I'm ripping through the streets, legendary, and I lived across the street Forest Projects, where we ran the shit out of these projects. Yo, Eve, y'all ready? Oh, hold up. Y'all, Eve, I see you. Oh, shit. Fuck the white. You got the real white band talk. Damn, boy.
Joey Crack, there he is. There he is.
Hey, yo, Joe. Yo.
Bronx's finest.
Tell you something. I'm so excited to have you on the show, man. This right. Yo, you have an iconic. Do you realize you have an iconic face?
Sometimes it's funny. People can recognize me even with the mask on sometimes.
No, they can,
Like,
bro. Let me ask you a quick question. I'll be a little bit all over the place. Thank you for coming on the big show.
my pleasure. I forgot about the time change because I'm in Chicago, so I always think I'm on New York time still.
I said this motherfucker ducked me out because you know Amari been ducking.
Nah.
You know Amari Ghost. He been ducking me from. You know he was just telling me he's coming. He don't come. He's coming. He's coming. He just I don't know. You know.
I always come through. Always.
Thank you, my brother. And me and you, we have a good relationship behind the scenes. You always been a beautiful guy. Let me ask you a question. Is it hard, like when you go home, do you go home as Tommy or you go home as Joseph?
Well, you always have to go home as Joseph. Look, I got a wife and she's Russian. She'll just cut me up when I'm sleeping. So that's not gonna fly. But
It's
also, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Joe. There's a difference. Like, you know, there's. Look, you're a real one, and you're a real one 24/7 for sure. But there's a difference between Fat Joe and Joe when you come home. You know what I mean? And Joey Crack from around the way. So there is a difference. You play into what you need to play into. But especially for me, I mean, that's the job is to be the character when it's time to be the character, and then to be myself. And you know, I've been working on liking myself for many years now, so I like being me.
So you like being Joseph? I like being Joseph too. Another thing, wherever I live, I really don't. I will talk to anybody, from a homeless man to whoever in the street. But when I go home, I really don't want the neighbors bothering shit like that.
No. I need my own space too.
I go home and sit on my couch and watch some TV and be with my family. Like, leave me the fuck alone when I'm home.
Yeah, I'm the same. I need some private time. I need some space. But I gotta tell you, man, I was thinking of you yesterday. I couldn't help myself. Every now and again.
Yo, we're gonna go there, Joe. We're gonna go. You know what I think of? So I was thinking, Lakeisha or Holly. Which one was your favorite one in the
Well,
show?
I think Tommy's favorite was Lakeisha, and I love both of those girls. They're both great. But Tommy, when people are always like, oh, Tommy and the redheads and Tommy this, you have to understand where Tommy came from. If he's coming from Southside Jamaica, Queens, this is exotic. These redheaded white girls are exotic. They're not exactly falling all over him when he's a kid. So it's like, I think that when Tommy was with Lakeisha, it was like there was a familiarity. There was something that he recognized in himself right there. And he was just like, it was easy. You know, when you found a connection with somebody because of a common background, that's that person for you. That's like when you're home, you get to be home. You don't have to be somebody else. And he was able to be himself around Lakeisha.
You know what's crazy is you speak of your wife, Russian, she'll stab you to death. My wife, she'll stab me. What was it like? How did you break to your wife? I know she knows you, but I had a sex scene once, a fake sex scene, and I was nervous as fuck for a video because I knew my wife stabbed me. My daughter was gonna. I really, the girl would probably think I'm whack because I'm like, you know, I was nervous as shit. What was it like when you was gonna do the big sex scene with because
Well,
it's Lakeisha, aka Lala.
Lala.
Mellow Anthony's watching. What was
Look, Mello. It's all respect due to what a wonderful person she was. But hey, man, sometimes fringe benefits are fringe benefits. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, you know what I mean? If I have to pretend to eat a piece of cake and it's delicious cake, it's a lot easier to pretend that it's a delicious piece of cake.
talk that shit, yo? No, and the wife wasn't like, did it cost you a Birkin or something? Like,
No, my wife knows that I keep it professional, and like Lala knows that I keep it professional. I think one of the reasons that those scenes between Tommy and Lakeisha seemed real and passionate is because we had a mutual respect for each other. That when they call cut, you don't just keep kissing on somebody, you don't keep feeling on anything. Because first of all, Lala will cut you, but second off, it's unprofessional. You know what I mean? And so I kept it professional, and I think because of that, because there was trust, mutual trust, I think that's why we got some real passion out of those scenes.
you know, I know a young lady, she's an actor, living legend, and she told me she did sex and the guys think like hard as hell. You have to stop and be like, yo, you gotta put a pillow before, but this guy's shit.
Yeah, it's like there's an old expression in the business that says, "You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't." You know, I'm sorry if I do, I'm sorry if I don't. So it's a predicament. But they have like these what are they called? I forget. But it's like a person's job to like give you a pad or something to put between the parts if there's something happening or too much happening anyway.
You know, I often shout out my brother Lord Finesse, tuned in. I'm not even gonna go there because it's too much, man. But that is hilarious. Let me ask you something. When Power started, did you know you went through a lot? Do they tell you when the season start if you live or you're gonna die?
No, I always thought that Tommy was gonna die, but I think one of the reasons he lived was because he showed up every day ready to die.
Oh,
You know? He wasn't hiding from anything. He knew what he signed up for.
He knew
So
he
that,
signed up for, so he was ready to die at any moment.
yeah,
He's,
yeah.
I knew this this one guy in Queens. He used to run the project. Damn, I forget his name. I think his name was Nicky White. And over there in Woodside, anybody who was old as me, y'all remember that shit. He was running that motherfucker over there. And that was ill. So you didn't know if you was gonna make it through, and they wouldn't spoil it for you either.
No, but there was a certain point where I was like, well, this is a show about guys selling drugs, and only one guy wants to sell drugs anymore. And so there was something to that. And then I think that they wrote the character, and I'm very grateful to how they wrote the character, but I knew what I had to do to make the character a real character. And I played Tommy a lot. Tommy's an element of a lot of things. First off, you're going to love this. A lot of the Tommy dialect and all that stuff is from Style Wars. It's from them kids in Style Wars. So I had that.
Digged into that.
Yo, Joe, there are times where you're going to love it. There's little bits where you'll find now in Tommy that you'll see, because they were asking Tommy about something, and I did a straight up scene on them, and I did, it wasn't really, never really. And I was like, bits, little pieces. It was like little pieces here and there. And
but those you don't know, me and Joe, we know each other. We're graffiti writers. For how many years you been doing this thing, Joe?
Man, I started writing graffiti when I was 11.
Me too.
Yeah. And this is something. It's a bonding thing, man, and we connected.
Yeah, it was addictive for you. Still addictive, right? This is something.
I just saw. I mean, look at this every time. Now and again, I'm just like, but my cousin, every it's like, yeah, like take this, and I'm just like, all right. And then it's like late at night, and I'm just like, let me just get a couple of tags up yesterday.
I'm not gonna. This is the one thing I might. The one thing. I fight this shit. Like I do.
Oh, you can't. Yeah.
I do legal wars.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how bad I want to bomb, and I fucking just be looking at my car, and I be like, oh shit, Cone came back. Yo, Cope is still hitting shit. Yo, KD's hitting. Like I be like, what the fuck? I need to get back on the streets.
And it's like JA never stopped. I'll tell you, Joe, you'll love this story. So I was with my guys, my crew, that came out to New York, and we were bombing. You know where the 2s and 5s split? There's the underpath underneath there, that wall that gets hit all the time.
149, where it goes down.
Exactly. But yeah, when they split off and the two lines separate like this, there's a big underneath wall, like the underpass. Well, we were.
At one time that stop right there was considered it was called the bench. If there was ever a hall of graffiti, it was in 149, and people would tag the day before in the layups in the yards, and then they would go right where that train goes down. They would go over there to look at the trains and
the Writers' Bench and Grand Concourse over there.
Yes.
So we're hitting that. This is between seasons 1 and 2 of Power, and we're doing big fill-ins. And literally a guy,
a train.
No, not the trains, but the underpass, the wall.
The tunnel.
Yeah, me, my guy Kel, all my guys from my crew, Polak, some of these kids, where they're out there, and we're hitting this, and a guy's up there. He looks down, he's like, "Yo, you that white boy from Power?" And I was like, "Holy shit, the world just changed."
Yeah, nah, the world changed. It's a big deal, man. Tommy from Power. I mean, it's a cultural change. I mean, people always rooting for you. People love you.
Yeah.
From the streets and all that. So I know, because when we first started putting out Big Fun and Fat, I had a street team, so I would make these poster boards, and I would bomb the streets promoting the album. Almost like, remember them stickers that used to go, "Hello, my name is"?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, we spent like 100,000 on poster boards. Big shit. Big Pun coming, Fat Joe coming. We would destroy the streets with this shit. Like bombing, just getting up. Shout out to Eve Rivera, director extraordinaire, our brother.
Tats Crew.
Oh, Tats Crew. Oh, wow. Yeah. Shout out to Bio. And everybody from
BG. Good people.
Who was your favorite graffiti artist that you looked up?
Well, I mean, Dez, K Slay, like that was a game changer for me. Yo, it blew my mind. It blew my mind that this guy was a fan of mine, and I was just like you are hip hop, you know, like you're such a legend. And he actually gave me credit for getting him back into making the little trains and then doing walls again. He's like, yo, you inspired me to just start hitting it again.
That's shit he do the top to bottom by himself. Like
I know.
they say he be there on the whole car by himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a living legend just from Graph and everything K Slay has done in music. You know, you can forget about Power, the original Power, or the Book of Ghost. What was your favorite?
Um, on the Power Show, what was my favorite episode? Or
Yeah, you can say your favorite episode, but what like the original Power or the makeup?
for me, the original Power. But I can't wait to see Raising Kanan, fifth show. That's gonna be. I mean, it's '91, Joe. Come on, we were champs in '91.
I'm
That was
thinking
our era.
of this shit.
And they got it down. They got it down. It's beautiful. You're gonna love it. But you're gonna love the Power Book 4 as well. Power Book 4,
Well,
the
Power
fourth show.
Book based off of you. You go back to Chicago, huh?
Well, it's funny. I go back to Chicago. Tommy goes to kind of Chicago to. He's got to take care of some stuff, but he's on his way to Los Angeles, and then you'll see why he has to stay in Chicago.
You know, we were all surprised when you came
Oh yeah, on the Ghost Show.
as. And yo, let me tell you something. I always thought you was gonna hook up with Tasha on the show. Like, if Ghost would die, I thought that was gonna be your girl or some shit like.
Bad look.
But you know, in the hood, it's crazy because guys be best friends. They die and they hook up with their wife or their girl, and
Or they even go away and they hook up with the guy or the girl. If they have to go on a long vacation, every now and again they come back and everything's changed.
with you, I've seen you with 50. It's not hard to work with 50 Cents, right?
Yeah, I was happy when you guys squashed the beef. I got to be honest, because I was a fan of both of you guys, and you just came out recently saying like, "Yo, if shit went down, shit went down." And I got to tell you, after meeting you for 10 seconds, I was like, "I believe it." So I'm glad it didn't.
too.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't pussy, I ain't pussy. It was going down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was good. But Fifth is a good guy. He's an entrepreneur. He's a positive energy like you are too. He's not afraid of talent, just like you. So he's not afraid of the other people in the room that are talented. He doesn't belittle people or put people down. So I love Fifth. I got so much love for that guy.
Me too. I got love for Fifth too, man. And I love what he's doing for the culture. And me, I'm like a rooter. Like I root for people to win.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to you. Like, so when he's doing that, I'm like, why is he doing all these TV shows? I hope he wins because he's opening the door for everybody else.
Yeah.
That's always, people's success.
He's loyal. Fifth is loyal. He's a loyal guy. He has been to me. He said, I'm not going to blow him up. He said some interesting things to me that I've always remembered, but Fifth's actions speak louder than his words.
What he told me. He told me there's no sympathy for winners. I got it.
He said to me, you don't get extra credit. It's a Warren Buffett quote I've come to find out, but you don't get extra credit because it's harder.
You don't get extra credit because it's harder.
Just because something's hard doesn't mean that you deserve more.
That's fucking crazy. And people, because it's harder for them, they feel like, I deserve more. Yeah, there's people who do things, people who talk about it, but there's people who get the job done. And I think whether you acting, you just working hard, being an entrepreneur, people who are destined to win. That's the bottom line. You gotta stay where it is. You work hard. One spot, Ozark. Ozark.
Still there. It's still there.
Yo, Yo, what was it like taking that Ozark role?
It was weird. They're like, oh, it's nice that they offered you this role or whatever after the Power show. It was kind of cool for a different thing. I was like, yo, I had to do a pre-read. Those people were like, who the fuck are you? We don't even know who you are. And so I did that, and then I came to Ozark with a whole idea of who I wanted Frank Jr. to be. And Jason Bateman was basically like, no, do it like this. And so I had a choice. I could either let my ego take over and be like, no, man, I got these. Or I could say, this man made a hit show. It's his show. Let me see if I can do what he wants me to do as an actor. And so I did that.
Man, you did an amazing job. I remember I saw you on there. And, you know, I love to see actors, you know, step out the box. You have such an iconic role. Like George Jefferson is fucking George Jefferson.
I'm the Polish George Jefferson, baby. Woo.
Yo, let me tell you some crazy shit. The first time I went to Poland,
Yeah.
the graffiti or the first thing I saw was a piece that said the Bronx.
Wow. Were you in Warsaw or Krakow?
I don't really know, but I know the driver was playing Rocky. Rocky. So they had Rocky like everywhere, like and they were playing Rocky. I was like, oh my god, I was like, with Rocky in Poland, and so you know how they try to. So we on
Yeah, I loved it. I had a great time on Ozark, man. Ozark was my shit. Hold up. My sound is breaking up. Yeah, Ozark was fantastic, Joe. I had a great time. I can't wait. I got some other movies coming out and stuff too. I'll promote them when they're about to break out. But right now, the first and foremost is getting this Force show up and running.
Man, yo, Eve is keeps telling me that shit.
Eve is killing it. Eve is killing it. Eve is on. He's out of here, man. I hope we can get him for next year. I hope we. Oh no, he's killing it. He's the man.
You know, I discovered Eve Rivera, huh?
Oh yeah, man. He knows where he came from.
That's my brother. We used to write graffiti together.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah,
he's a good writer too. We did pieces at the Tats Crew train.
He rocked with you.
Yeah, me and him went up there. We had about 30 minutes till it started raining. I was done with my whole piece. He's trying to do a wild style. It starts raining. He's just got the outline up, and I think Bio had to finish it off. It was a good looking piece, but I was like, yo, man, we don't have time for this.
Do too much. When he does his letters, he does this shit all kind of ways. He'll like, yo, you should do this. I said, that's a lot of work. Shout out to Eric B on the check and living legend.
Eric B, what's up, Eric?
Eric B on the check. And let me ask you, what was your favorite season of Power?
My favorite was season 3, where Tommy kills Holly, where he kind of emerges as his own man. And then when Tommy and Ghost kind of break up, season 5, and Tommy kind of discovers himself, kind of like he's always been doing all of these things. Ghost has just been keeping it from him in some ways, because Ghost is super intelligent, but Tommy has been thinking 5 moves ahead. Tommy has been coordinating the streets. He's been the plug. He knows how to handle everything. So for the self-realization part of season 5, I really liked too.
You want to know what was crazy was they had this weird relationship between you and your moms. I don't know if they purposely made it look like you was fucking your mom on the show. I don't.
Oh yeah, we went into that. I think that there was definitely the history of Tommy and his mother. I think his mother was a little bit ill to Tommy when they were kids. I think that was definitely implied that there was.
It felt like incest.
There was some incestual stuff going on.
Going on like your mom's.
Mad Oedipal, man. Mad Oedipal complex there.
And this guy, let me tell you something. God bless him. Terrific actor, but Tariq, he was a piece of shit, man. He killed this fuck. Yo,
Tariq was terrible.
Oh,
but a great actor, yeah. Michael Rainey Jr., I love him.
He reminded me of the son of the Sopranos. Like,
oh, yeah.
I used to watch
Privileged.
I fucking hate this guy, man. Like,
drove me nuts, too. I hate that privileged shit. You know what's great? There was an episode of T.I. and Tiny where T.I. is yelling at his kids. I remember once, and he's just like, "Y'all suburbanites! I can't even hang with you."
Yeah,
He's saying that to his kids, but
kids are really, 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 really spoiled these days. They really are, because most of us came up from nothing. We want to give our kids everything, and sometimes they get lost in that privilege, what you call that shit when they think they deserve the shit, like,
entitled.
yeah, the entitlement. And it's sad because for guys like me who didn't have nothing, I grew up in the project. It was like, you want to give your kids everything. Then again, it might not be the best thing to do.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I was blessed. I grew up blue collar, lower middle class. Like my parents had jobs, and I grew up in a section of Chicago that was it was nice. It was safe. If you wanted trouble, you could find it. It was like Bayside, Queens. Like if you wanted to find trouble, you could find trouble. But otherwise, you could just go home and mind your business.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I grew up. But because of that, I'm super grateful for everything I have. And it was a long road, and nobody helped me out on the way. So I stuck to it. I've been doing this 33 years, Joe.
33 years, you look young as shit.
You're making my day.
No, you look young as shit. I remember we went to the Graffiti museum, the museum in the
Yeah.
Bronx, and I remember we came outside and you just walked away by y'all. I think you was going on the train.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like you was walking out with the guy and he was like, yeah, he's taking the train home. I was like, no, this is fucking impossible. And so you like doing that? Like just being a regular guy?
It's not liking or not liking, but nobody's going to take away my freedom. When people are like, oh, this is dangerous or that's dangerous, this is this. I was like, waking up every morning and in an urban environment is dangerous. And yet I did that my whole life. So I'm not stopping now. I own it.
Hanging Tariq off the roof was priceless.
That was a good one. If you ain't pushing, you falling.
A la Suge Knight.
Yeah. I'm not quite as big or strong as that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, we might owe Suge Knight Publishing for that one.
Hey, I didn't write it, Suge. I didn't write it, Suge's people. You got to get to own that.
Let me ask you something. Forget Fat Joe. Who's your top 5 favorite rappers of all time?
I have a pretty eclectic mix. I mean, I got to go with the God, man. Rakim is just like that flow like that is just too crazy. That's my number one. And there's other people like I got like this whole list. Listen, there's other guys like that I just love so much, like Cool Keith. Like I loved Ultramagnetic stuff. I mean, Critical Beatdown. Like, come on, that's mind blowing stuff right there. But I don't know if Keith is going to be on my list there, but it is. Look, and like Hove, you got to give love to Hove. The whole memorization, the flow is dope. I loved Fifth stuff because we're contemporary. So I remember when he came out. I love M. This list is going to keep getting longer. Who else is? I always loved J. Rue the Damager. I just thought it was just a solid yeah, man, come on, that's like a kung fu flow. I always loved Method Man. I mean, I love the whole Wu-Tang Clan. I gotta put Fat Joe on there, man. Stamping it out. You had a whole new beat. Like, I mean, you changed the game in terms of the beat and the rhythm, owning that. So it's hard for me. These lists, my lists just kind of keep getting bigger. I love Big Daddy Kane. I loved Kumo D and the LL Cool J. I loved all those beefs. I mean, there's just so many great guys with great flows. But I love lyricists. I love KRS-One. I love Lyrical Champions. I think D Nice's album, I think To the Rescue, was an underestimated album, man. I love that. I love the TR-808.
The whole album, the D Nice album. I haven't heard it in years.
It's worth run it back on, man. You're gonna love it. Just the beats alone.
All right, let me ask you something. Your top 5, and I'll leave you alone. Top 5 favorite gangster flicks of all time.
Juice. I'm gonna put Juice on there as a gangster flick because Juice. Come on, and you're from there. That's
Juice is a gangster. I'm from that area.
So in Chicago, we were all like, "Oh, I'm this guy. You're this guy," and so that was that. It was super powerful. I'm gonna put Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels on there.
Write that down. That one.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a Guy Ritchie film. It's an English film, but I loved
no,
it.
but I be watching them England joint too, like the what's the shit with the brothers and all that?
Oh, the Craze, the
The
Craze brothers.
praise and the fucking
But how
yeah,
about Top Dog? Do you fuck with Top Dog?
yeah. I seen Top Dog.
Sorry, Top Boy,
Top Boy.
Top Boy
I
is
seen Top Boy.
fucking fantastic.
Well, I like the London joint. What's the fucking dudes? They the old mafia niggas. They yeah, Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. They're Birmingham. They're from Birmingham.
They from Birmingham. The Peaky
Yeah,
Blinders get busy, boy.
yeah.
Oh,
The Peaky Blinders. I love those guys too.
what they call Lock, Stock, and what?
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. It's funny. It's a good gangster flick. And then I love. Let's put the classic. Let's put The Godfather on there. And then Miller's Crossing. I love Miller's Crossing. It's one of my favorite films of all time, but it's a great film. Albert Finney. And then my number one, Scarface. I was like, yo, Tommy's trying to be Scarface in a lot of ways.
Everybody, Fat Joe tried to be Scarface. Everybody you name. Have you seen this Handmaid's Tale?
Handmaid's Tale, I haven't, but Lala loves it. It's good. Yo, how about, have you seen 000
Yo,
on Amazon Prime?
it was good, but
Dope.
nothing's better than Gangs of London. You
Gangs
saw
of London, I haven't seen it yet.
Of London?
Not yet.
Oh
It's good?
my God, yo! Any way you ever thought of somebody dying, died in the Gangs of London.
I'll check it out.
Yo, Gangs of London? It's a serious motherfucking. But yo, my brother, I love you, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
Love you back, Joe. Of course,
Appreciate
anytime, anything you need, man. I'm always there for you.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Joe, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
Peace out.
And filming to come on here with us and rock out with us. And we the biggest show in the game. And if you're new to the show, then we come on every weekday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we've had anybody you can think of. Lorenz Tate, Alicia Keys. Give me some names, man. Mike Tyson, Jamie Foxx. Dr. Fauci. Andrew Yang. Anybody you name.
Your Nick player.
Julius Randle.
Yo, Pristine Julius Randle. Our Knicks. We lost by 2. We lost by 2 in overtime. That's why we need one more star on the Knicks. We lost by 2. We need one more star that can get us them buckets too. It's okay. We got Road to Perdition was a mean one. Goodfellas was mean. Paid in Full was mean. Paid in Full was mean. I'm telling y'all now, if y'all haven't seen Gangs of London, if y'all really want to go disrespectful, go see the Raids Redemption. The Raids Redemption 1 and 2. If you want to see people die, you want to know where they got John Wick from. Shout out to Joseph, man. What a great guy, man. He blessed the show. Tomorrow night, we're going to keep it with the power theme. If you are Power fans, you better tune in tomorrow night as the plot thickens. As the plot thickens, we will not stop. We will not stop. You cannot stop greatness or put a limit on greatness. We will talk about real shit every day. And so we the biggest in the game. I'm doing this thing called Tiny Desk. You ever heard of Tiny Desk? I'm doing this thing called Tiny Desk. Yo, let me tell you something. They got me working. Yeah, Angelica, what you talking about? Angelica Villa in the building. Yo, they got, we had Sweetie on. She said Sweetie. Yeah, we had Sweetie. We had Kalani.
Yeah, everybody on.
Lala, Adrian Bailon. Who else? I mean, Damian Lillard, Swiss Timberland.
Khaled. Everybody.
Khaled, with Stephen A. Smith. Jalen Rose was a classic.
Jalen Rose was great.
You know, you want me to do? Like, we had every human being you could think of. Casino. Pat Poose. Somebody said Pat Poose. Pat Poose don't really count. Pat Poose, Nori, Remy, you know, all the family, even Khaled don't count. That's just family. It's a usual suspects. City of Gods. Oof. Ooh, we never had Devin Booker.
No.
We had Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell was on the show. Yo, Pristine Jewelers, I told him about that gumbo. Look, if you smoke weed is legal in New York. You know, you used to talk down on people who smoke weed. Well, we tried today to my man UFO Fever. He said, hey, guys, don't bother me no more. Weed is legal. And so he did, right? Brooklyn Babe, what's up? And so, you know, No Country for Old Men was incredible.
Great movie.
We need King James on the show. I don't know. I'm going to try him again. I'll try when we start, but I don't stop. We've had anybody you could think of on this show.
Had the champ on
Mayweather. Alicia Keys.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. Tank. Man, this is really, I'm not even going to lie. This shit really, yo, we deserve an Emmy. That's the shit they give you for TV.
You definitely do.
No, we need an Emmy. We need an Emmy. Somebody subscribe. Azzy Milan on the check-in. I love you, mama. Huh?
Without talent booking, you book your own talent.
Without talent booking. You know, we do what people do with 100 employees. We do it ourselves. Yes, that's the mayor, Azzy.
Azzy.
Your ass, boy. I'll tell you, tomorrow night, we keeping it with the power thing. Bigger than ever. Tomorrow night, we keeping it all the way power. Keisha from Belly. Irv Gotti, Spike Lee, Benjamin Crump, Tamika Mallory, Trey the Truth, Killer Mike, Bun B, Jay Prince,
Fabulous, Jadakiss,
Snoop Dogg, Fabulous, Jadakiss. What do you don't want me to do?
Staten Island, the guy from Staten Island, the rapper.
CJ?
No, the other guy. From the Wu-Tang.
All the Wu-Tang been on here. Right. Method Man been on here.
Right.
Raekwon been on here.
That's right.
Everybody been on here.
That's right. You got the mayor.
Oh, my brother Omar from The Wire was up on this motherfucker. Wyclef Jean. Damn, everybody been on this motherfucker, man. Yeah, man. Isaac Wright Jr. been on here. ABC for Life. You name them, everybody. But y'all want to act like it's regular. I need my Emmy. Ciroc, a much finer vodka. Revolt TV every Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. I mean, what do you want me to do? Be Real, Mr. Cartoon. Snow the Product, Puff Daddy.
You had Faith Evans, didn't you?
Mulatto. You had everybody.
Mulatto, Faith Evans.
You have Lil Wayne on yet?
Muta, Lil Wayne was on here. Lil Wayne been on here.
You got so many people we don't.
I got so many people on this motherfucker. Y'all think it's normal. It's not normal. It's just not normal. Amber Rose, twice. Nah, she might come back. Yo, Amber Rose, she might come back 3 times. Little Uzi Vert. Biggest interview, Kodak Black. Let me tell you something. Little Uzi Vert was the biggest interview. KRS-One, Rakim the God, Chuck D, Dougie Fresh. T.I. was a big one.
You don't know who I know.
T.I. was a big one. Akon. Damn, bro. We done had everyone. We been said Jadakiss, Style, Speed. D Nice been on here. Yo, D Nice, what's up, my brother?
Oh, Alicia Keys' husband.
Switch.
All right, you gotta stop. Swiss Beats. I know.
Right.
Please. Don't
You
say
gotta say
Alicia
his
Keys' husband. They know. I mean, that's disrespect. Swiss Beats. Come on, man. You name them, they've been on the fucking show. The first interview, Joel Santana, fresh out of jail, came in and told the story. Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown was legendary.
Bobby Brown was
Jackson had a moonwalk.
legendary. Yo, Bobby Brown was legendary. Reverend Al Sharpton. He told us that infamous story that Michael Jackson snuck into the morgue when the night before James Brown was going to be at the funeral, and he went in there and he combed his hair to the right because he said Mr. Brown's hair was always combed to the right. They had it to the left. Bobby Brown, the illest shit ever said on this show. Bobby Brown came on here talking about he taught Michael Jackson how to moonwalk. Stephanie Mills been on here. Keith Sweat been on here. Mark Anthony been on here.
Big Daddy Kane.
Mary J. Blige has been on here. Big Daddy Kane 2 times. You guys gotta be kidding me to say that anybody is equivalent to what is going on. Allen Iverson been on here.
Vegas Dave.
Timbo the King, Vegas Dave was on here. Bow Wow was on here. I'm working on Q-Tip. He gonna come. You know, Q-Tip, he one of them guys, you know, every now and then he'll do it. But check this out. We the biggest in the gang. I gotta go rehearse. Rick Ross has been on here.
Yes, he has.
I gotta go rehearse for the Tiny Desk. I'll see you tomorrow where we will have an even bigger show. Tiffany Haddish was on here.
Ooh.
Ruben Diaz, Jim Jones is on here. Rosie Perez was on here. Vanessa Williams was on here.
Ow!
Vivica Fox.
Vivica Fox been on here.
Oh my God. You have the councilman.
Royce the 5'9" been on here.
That councilman.
Dallas Austin been on here. The mayor's been on here. Somebody wrote the mayor.
Damn right the mayor's been on here.
Yo, listen. No. Buckshot Shorty was on here. Yes, sir. Yeah, that James Brown story was legend. Oh, we had everybody, Tyrese on here. Dion Cole on here. Jesus Christ. We done had the whole planet Earth on here. We tried. Derek Jeter does not have Instagram. That's one of my friends. I do have Derek Jeter's number, and I try to get on here, but he does not have Mike Daddy. If you're watching, the people want to see Derek Jeter. Spike Lee, yes. Lee Daniels, yes. Miss Lawrence been on here. You name it, we done had everybody on here. Listen, let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Meaning, if you ever went through a tough time, hard times, whatever, the people that you call your friends, your family, if they ain't there for you when you need them, always remember that. And keep it real with yourself and know they're not really your people. Last but not least, put God first. Keep the faith through good times and bad times.